Howdy, guys. I said give the guys a day off, so you just got me. I left all my equipment at Moogs, so not quite the normal broadcast as it would be, but we'll do it anyway.
Morning. The host of Little Punch Drunk presents you a show like any other. With that in mind, if you listen to the show, there are no way responsible for any and all side effects that may include insomnia, paranoia, dizziness, lightheadedness, hysteria, acid reflux, heartburn, diarrhea, constipation, narcolepsy, epilepsy, infidelity, gluten, insanity, mental instability, sterility, or any other illity. We are also not responsible for any dryness, wetness, sensitivity to light or sound, nightmares, daymares, spontaneous combustion, immaculate concept, loss of sight, taste, or inhibitions, telekinesis, paralysis, no predatory loss of faith, limbs, clothing, dignity, or or sudden change of sexual orientation, ejaculation, or total loss of humor. You should not indulge in Little Punch Drunk if you are pregnant or may become pregnant, breastfeeding, taking any mind-altering medications, or have any heart conditions. If you are experiencing itching, rashes, nausea, blindness, deafness, or loss of sexual appetite, please stop your intake of Little Punch Drunk and call your physician immediately. For the rest of you, thanks for not pussying out and enjoy the show.
It's time to crack open the cold one because this is a Little Punch Drunk. I'm, of course, Rambo. And for those of you who were following along this weekend, we did a fucking long show. We had a lot of fun, had a lot of good people on, and so I gave Moog and Mendonca the night off. I'm going to start by getting a Facebook message, probably from one of the guys. There you go again, me not turning my shit off when I yell at everybody else. Actually, it wasn't. It was from somebody else. I'll get back to him later. But yeah, so we did a really long freaking broadcast. Our hopes was to try and give people who don't normally get to tune in right now, or 20 minutes ago when I should have started, they don't normally get in or on air to watch. So we were going to give everyone a chance to check it out. We also wanted to talk about our Patreon and our GoFundMe, which are both still going to be active on the website, www.littlepunchdrunk. Those of you watching live, you're there already. And those of you who are listening, well, there you go. www.littlepunchdrunk.com is where you're going to find everything. For those of you who didn't get to experience it, we did have a lovely little plug list. I thought it was funny. Everyone seemed to enjoy them. So I think what we're going to do is, I guess I'm not going to play it because I didn't put it on Dropbox. But I guess you'll hear it next week. We are going to start just playing our plugs. It's Dollar Beard Club, Shave Club, Scallywag Leatherwork, just everything that we keep promoting. That's what's going to be there. Let's see. Patreon, guys. Again, if you were able to catch the ass-long broadcast, there were a lot of tech problems, guys. And a lot of it just came down to my tech sucks. Biggest thing with this Patreon is we'll be able to release me from the financial burden. In hopes, theoretically speaking, be able to upgrade all of our equipment, start doing shows that are a little more interesting, upgrading our equipment so that we can, I don't know, let's say put videos up, screen behind, whatever, increasing the product value. Of course, that's not necessarily true as far as the video goes anymore. One of the things we did say on air Saturday was that we will be transferring back to primarily audio until I can increase the video quality. We've been going back. I've been watching some of the broadcasts and things. We will still do a video for the Copper Rocket Pub, just because why the hell not? But the normal weekly shows, what we're going to do is we're going to set it up so that you can still go to littlepunchdrunk.com And instead of watching a video, which you guys probably don't do anyway, you probably put us on in the background, go and do something else, look over every once in a while if something sounds interesting. What we're going to do instead is a live streaming audio, which will free up my system and your system up so it's not bogging anything down. As well as that, we're going to start taking videos, photos of the show and posting it on with each episode. So if there's something interesting going on and you're going to be listening either at home or when you're out, downloaded it later, you'll be able to see what was going on. We may find a way, or trying to find a way, that we could also include pictures and things like that and videos into the chat, so that once again, people who are listening live still get the chance to see some of the interesting things going on. But it's not always that interesting to watch three dudes in a room talking to each other and drinking. Like I said, Copper Rocket will still be video that way, because we have interaction with people coming up on stage. We have more visual gags for the Copper Rocket shows than we do for a normal weekly show. So that's good. What else did we talk about? Well, let me just get into it. This is not going to be a full show, guys. Basically, I'm coming on tonight, A, to fill time, B, just to give thanks to the people that actually made the event work. I mean, there was a lot of planning and a lot of stuff in the background that the three of us did. There were a lot of decisions that had to be made, one of which was to postpone it a month. Still don't know if that was a great idea or not, because I had to do the broadcast on 3 hours of sleep from Friday to Saturday. And, well, that's another thing altogether. But if you want to find some of the stuff from the broadcast, those of you who went looking probably already noticed the videos are already down. That was the live video is not for everybody. The live video was for the people who tuned in live. What I am going to be doing is, over the next weeks and months, pardon me, is going through all of the audio. And little by little, I'm going to take out some of the best clips, the best segments, some of the guests, some of the interviews, and I'm going to start putting them on Patreon. Again, the reason I do Patreon, I'm a greedy son of a bitch, and I want money. Not to say that we're not continuously putting things up. We're going to have that. We're going to have the Horror Block unboxing coming up probably this week. I'll be doing that and putting that on Patreon as well. But what we're going to be doing is, little by little, week by week, month by month, feeding the best of out of the Punch Drunk 25 big ass show. But yeah, I'm not going to do a full show tonight, guys. I'm still fucking tired, because right after the broadcast, I got to come home, get ready, and I worked until 3 a.m. this morning again. So I sleepy beat. I'm fucking tired, guys. It took a lot out of me, a lot more out of me than I thought it would. But we blast, and my first thing is going to go to, obviously, Madonna and Moog for dealing with me, because I know I'm always the person to deal with, especially when I'm stressed, tired, a little intoxicated, and under pressure. We were having some technical issues getting the Hangouts to work properly, other guests, and I could have handled it better. I could have handled it worse, but I handled it better. I got angry a few times, probably when I shouldn't have, but live and learn. Filming was a huge learning experience for me, and not just in how to do the show. And I'm going to be talking to the guys about some of this stuff here probably next week, hopefully, if we can. I'm thinking there are going to be a lot of changes. Not bad, not going to affect the show's core. It's not going to change who we are, what we do. Just, maybe shift the format a little, maybe trade jobs a little bit. A lot of it's just going to be to bring you guys a better product and make it more enjoyable for all of us. So we'll see how some of my ideas go over. Who knows? But that's not a discussion for on air. That's for behind soundproof walls, I guess. But Yeah, no, and it all goes back, and it's super funny and super stupid to say, but it's the absolute fucking truth. Is my 30-minute ride home from Moog's place on Sunday was interesting. Not because I was passing out, not because I was drunk or any of that stuff, but there was one thing that was said on the show that kind of resonated throughout the rest of the show. We did it kind of jokingly, but it did kind of resonate, and that is when Edward Douglas told us every hour look back and figure out what you learned that hour. Again, we did it kind of jokingly, but after everything was said and done, after the smoke had cleared, the dust had settled, riding home, and I just kind of heard that in the back of my head. What'd you learn? I learned a lot, and I took a good hard look at how I run things, how we do things, and a lot of other things. So we're going to see where all this goes. Hopefully it'll make everything better for everyone. But then let's get into it. Some of the people I need to thank as well, just for coming on. I mean, first interview of the day up, we had Jamin from Beer Soap. I love the product, and I hope you guys too. And hopefully we'll get to talk to him again someday. Hopefully maybe we can strike a deal. We'll see. But yeah, he came on. He did a good hour with us. We had some fun. We got moved to wash his face during the broadcast just so he could experience it. So again, thanks for coming on, man. We met once for about 10 minutes. I bought some of his products over Halloween weekend in Atlanta, and I've been loving them since. So I'm going to continue getting them, and we're going to see where all this goes. Next, we had obviously Edward Douglas from Midnight Syndicate. He came on, I believe, for the third time to do an interview with us. But not just him. I definitely have to thank Sarah. She's the one that I am in contact with through the email. She's the one who really kind of gets us all synced and hooked. And it's always been pleasant, a very good. We can joke in the emails, and it's a good time. These two have been some of the most professional, some of the most down-to-earth, amazing people I've dealt with. As far as Edward Douglas for Midnight Syndicate. I mean, come on. I'd say who doesn't know Midnight Syndicate, but I've met a lot of people who I've introduced Midnight Syndicate to. But since after that, everybody loves them. They have great music, and he's talking about wanting to do more live shows, live events, set up something massive production value-wise, and I'm really looking forward, and I'm really hoping that all works out for him, and that one day I'll be able to go to them and we can do the interview live. Then we had, for the second time, Blue Carson, the author of Dark Rides, the erotic Disney theme park adventures. She's always a lot of fun. The guys, it was the first time that they got to talk to a lot of these people, but they loved her. Again, she's amazing. She's great to talk to, and I can't really. It's great. It really is. She's a lot of fun. She has great stories to tell. Definitely go to Amazon and then look it up. I think last we talked, or she said at one point she was number 5 in the new the audiobooks bestseller. I think then she made it back up to like number 69, and maybe she's still at 69 out of 100 of the best-selling or best-rated books on Amazon. But I will suggest, definitely, as Moog pointed out, you're definitely going to get more than your money's worth if you listen to the audiobook that she reads herself. Very good voice for it, especially if she's telling the erotic tales of Disney. After her, we had local artist Tom Solo on. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. Midnight Syndicate is midnightsyndicate.com. Blue Carson is bluecarson.blogspot.com. And Tom Solo is Tom Solo Art, THOM soloart.com. He was great. I had met him before at the Rocket, and he brought with him decent work for me. Those of you who remember Gremlins 2, one of the new breed. He also talked about some of the other ones where he did He-Man in like pinup poses, and talked about some of the people that kind of fought back against it. We had some fun stories with that. He enjoyed my trap jaw photos from when I hosted the unofficial after party for MegaCon with Moshi Moshi Productions a couple years back. But again, I'm going to keep repeating myself. All these people are really down to earth, really fun, really receptive, and where things started getting, where I started feeling really good about what we were doing is right around Tom Solo, 5, 6, 7 o'clock. The guests that were coming in didn't really want to leave. They just kept hanging out, kept watching, kept listening, kept joining in the conversations in and out. And that made me feel really good because, some people it's just in, out, wham, bang, thank you, ma'am, and we're done. These guys, they seemed to really enjoy what we were doing. They got the humor. They had a lot of fun with us, and they wanted to stay around. They wanted to do more. And that meant a lot. Really told us that at least we're doing something right. May not be setting the system up, may not be successful at audio tech. It may not even be successful as a broadcaster in general, but at least we were interesting, at least we were funny, and everyone was having fun with us. After Tom, we had, and I'm skipping around a little bit right now, obviously Moog was there. We had a local artist, we'll just call him Black Mike. Black Mike likes titties. But he and Black Mike were painting a model / cosplayer, Olga. I don't want to give her last name out only because I don't know if she wants me to, but she's a fan on the fan page, so it shouldn't be too hard to find her if you want. She was great as well. Again, I can't say enough good things about the people that we had working with us for this event. Everyone was just eager and ready to go until we got the battle shots. I'll get to that. Olga was great. She had a great sense of humor. She was ready and raring to go too. That's the thing. She showed up, and the guys were getting set up. She goes, gets her pasties and everything. She's like, "You ready?" "No?" "Okay." And she just sits down on the couch. That's about the time that we had Antoine Towner, local magician, walk in. And the first thing is, "Oh, there's a naked chick on the couch." We're like, "She's not naked. YouTube wouldn't let us put her on naked." But he was kind of fixated for a little bit. But yeah, Antoine, another great guy. We had a really good conversation with him about just life in general. The way things were. Where you come from doesn't always have to dictate where you're going in life, and the fact that you could grow up in the worst place and end up the best person, or vice versa. And that sometimes you take a look at somebody and it doesn't necessarily do that person justice. You can't judge a book by its cover. And he had a couple good stories about that, and his magic was fun. We were just trying to screw him up, though. He did some card tricks for us, and they worked. But Mandanka and I were really just kind of trying to throw the monkey wrench in the works. The fact that he was able to stay focused while that was going on, someone was being painted over there, speaks to his professionalism as well as his. That is AntoineTowner.com, ANTWANTOWNER.com. Also, guys, when I publish this on Monday, all these websites and all these people are going to be on the episode as well. So if you're trying to listen right now live and you're jotting shit down crazy, it'll be out. Don't worry. You'll be able to check these people out and have fun. We announced Zocor. February 28th is the next big Zocor event. So if you want to be involved or just want to see what happens, find the fan page on Facebook, ZOCORPS, and join in. Then once again, we brought in Corey Epps, the former host of the Evil Teddy Bear podcast and the Corecast, and Zombie for the official Walker Stalker Con Atlanta Halloween party. And he gave a little hint as to where in podcasting he's going to go next. I love Corey. That's why we keep having him back on. He's called in. I've called in over there. He's a good guy. I really appreciate him, his help, everything he's done. That's where we reached the midnight hour when Saturday became Sunday. We started going, we've been drinking a lot, haven't we? That's when Ridiculous Ramblings came on. Ridiculous Ramblings joined us for a nice chat before battle shots. That's obviously FRJ and Haas. And then we had the third ever A Little Punch Drunk Drinking Challenge. And let me tell you, those two guys, Moog and Mandanka, were fretting playing this game. so much. They protested it nonstop. Originally, it was going to be everyone playing their own board. Then it went, okay, 2 teams, then they play me. Fine. I kind of chose this one because this game didn't have solely to do with how much liquor you can handle. It just had to do with a game that was drinking as well. But they were so worried, and I shit you not, kids, they missed their first shot. After that, in their second turn, won the game. Not even kidding. The prelim round between Ridiculous Ramblings and A Little Punch Drunk with Mugen Mendonca, they took Ridiculous Ramblings down in 2. I'll let that sink in a minute. 2 turns. And that's when Ridiculous Ramblings came up with this cockamamie scheme of, yeah, well, we were going to throw it just so they had to play Rambo too. And it's like, yeah, play it up all you want, guys. Even if you were planning on letting them win at one point, 2 turns. You didn't even get to come at me this time. And then, being the good sports that Mugen and Mendonca are, they continued playing. Then they played me. I won't tell you who won. I'll let them tell you. Next time they're on, of course. Then, of course, we had Naked Man, we had puppets, we did all that kind of stuff. I wanted to give a big shout out to Melissa, I believe is how you pronounce her last name. She came in and, because we were having some fun, we had her do some glam makeup for us. You can find pictures of that on Instagram, on Facebook, Twitter, all over the place. We were purty. But yeah, she was a blast. She was on the show pretty much from that point until like midnight. It was around midnight when a lot of people started finally taking off and letting us back to our normal broadcasting. A couple people I need to, I guess I would apologize to, but we'll see. We never did get in touch with JW for his Fallout 4 review, so I want to try and get him onto that and make up for it, especially now that he has his own YouTube channel. I'm sorry I didn't remember it until just now, but if you, I'll make sure it gets up there. He's doing his own game reviews now on YouTube, and we're going to help bring some people to him. Another group is the Salty Language Podcast. Tony and Brian, again, something happened. Either wires got crossed, signals got mixed, but yeah, they never made it on either. And we hope that we'll be able to rectify that situation, as well as the folks at So Dark, the series online. We had writer-director Al. We also had Carrie Mileto and Jeremy Palco were supposed to join in. Again, not sure what happened, but for whatever reason, 3 guests lost in the mix. So sorry we missed out, but hopefully we'll be able to get that to you guys later. And if we have to do something off air, it'll end up on Patreon either way. But probably the person that I think deserves my biggest gratitude, because they're not involved with what we do. They just went above and beyond anything I could have asked them to try and do. Time and energy that went unpaid, that was at cost of their own sanity. But they really stepped it up to help us out, and it really means the world to me. And it was part of kind of what led to my little revelation on the ride home. It's Jeff. We make fun of you all the time, Jeff. We call you Gay Off because I'm an ass, and I mess people's names up on purpose all the time. But and you really did. You stepped up. Aside from you and Moog letting us into your own home, which was a big thing, letting a gaggle into your home. And again, we figured people would pop in, pop out. It would just be 1 or 2 people. Nope. At one point, it was more of a party than it was a show. And we were still broadcasting, still trying to talk to people and conducting interviews. I believe we had Black Mike and Moog talking to Olga when I kind of realized that it just kind of turned into a party that we were podcasting at. But, with that and trying to help with the sound, helping with the video, helping keep monitored, multiple cameras, again, you took time out of your own day. We rearranged your your home. It really means a lot to me, man. And we wouldn't have gotten as far with it without the help. So, yeah, I mean that's really all I can say about it is, you did a lot more work than you had to for nothing. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed it. And for those of you who got to see parts of the broadcast, I hope you enjoyed it. As I always say, if you like what we did, tell your friends. If you hated it, tell your enemies. It's the same thing to me. That's about all I got for the thanks for the people who came on. Again, guys, I'm coming up on 5 years doing the show. And every year the show changes. Every year it evolves. Every year it turns into something a little bigger or a little different. We have different opportunities that arise, and we do our best to grab everything by the reins and just try and ride it into the ground. Sometimes literally, sometimes figuratively. And yeah, I think we got a lot of really good ideas for this year. I don't see any signs of slowing up. Just like every year, some changes. And this time I don't think it's going to be holy shit. Is the revolving door of co-hosts on A Little Punch Drunk finally over? Have we locked them? Will they stay? Are they in for the long haul? I don't know. I don't think they know. But hearing that in 2016, we all get to find out. We're always up for suggestions. If you think there's something we should do, let us know. If there's something we shouldn't do, let us know. And then we'll probably do it. A place to go. We're always looking for friends that help hook us up with products that we can give to our discount. Or, oh my God, I can't believe I almost forgot, Brandon Grigg from Scallywag Leatherworks, sending us not only the paddle that he made for us with our logo on one side, his on the other. Get a picture. I know it's bad resolution, and I'm waving it around like man. We're gonna have pictures of everything like that. He also sent some wristbands to go with it that, of course, we're going to keep a couple of them, but there's a few extra that we're probably going to be giving out at either the next or one of the very shortly upcoming Copper Rocket Pub events. And it's good quality. I'm still wearing the same band he gave me, for Nerdfest 2 Augusts ago? It hasn't aged. It's not breaking down. It's good quality work, and I will stand by him. Scallywag Leatherworks. You can find him on Facebook, facebook.com/Scallywag Leatherworks. Again, I played the commercial for you guys, but I didn't put it on my phone or in the Dropbox. It's only on the computer. I don't really think there's anything else for me to say. Yeah, I mean, guys, it's been a wild ride. Every time we do something on this show, every time I've done something on or with this show, I'm always amazed, that we do it, that it either works as well as it does or it crashes and burns as wildly as it does. But that's kind of part of why it's exciting to me, and I think, though, now it's time to share the excitement, my co-hosts have always just kind of been along for the ride. I want to give them the opportunity to make the decisions. I want to see what they want to put into it. So yeah, that's about it for me. As always, guys, find everything at alittlepunchdrunk.com. Rock.